VEchain technical analysis.
Let's get into it.
Right, Chris, today we are going to be taking a look at that VET technical analysis. We'll be taking a look at that daily chart, the 4-hourly chart, and that 1-hourly chart, and seeing exactly what's going on here with the VET coin and the VET token. Is it likely to pump up anytime soon, or are we seeing a deeper correction? As we get into this video, guys, if you do find it useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you happen to be new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with everything VEchain, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free. You'll stay well informed, so why not? And Chris, this hopefully will be a very quick and brief technical analysis and price update for VET. But is there anything else you would like to add before we jump on into the charts?
Yeah, we're going to have a VEchain day today, aren't we? So, it's going to be videos just on VEchain today. Really love this project. As everyone knows, it's my biggest bag. Nick's is pretty damn close though, to be fair. But with that said, yeah, let us know what you think the price is going to be at the peak of the bull run. We think there's going to be lots of millionaires made.
Absolutely right. Let's jump on down and get right on into VEchain.
Let's do it.
Right, guys, this is VEchain to the USDT daily chart. Binance is the data source. Here we have a Fibonacci retracement tool on, and this runs from our low level of the 31st of March through to that high that was achieved on the 17th of April. That was a 17-day run that saw 241% in juicy gains. Since then, we've traded sideways for 14 days, and we had a pretty steep correction here, coming down to all those usual areas, such as the 618 area there. We have the 50%. We actually came all the way down during Bitcoin's correction to the 236, the lowest area that you want to see a correction down to. Since then, we have rallied up quite nicely, and we are firmly finding that the 618, this is the 20.4 cent area, is now good area for support. So things are looking pretty good here when it comes to the VET coin, and it looks like it's progressing quite nicely. It looks like a breakout event may have actually occurred here. If I just go ahead and grab hold of my line here, we can see that we had a bit of a downward trend forming, and the breakout actually happened 2 days ago here. And if again I just throw this on from a let me see if I can find that right spot for you guys. I'll be around there, right? So this candle, this candle, this candle, and then obviously had that triangular wedge formed, and then we broke out of there. So things are looking pretty good for VET here on this daily chart. Now, the volumes on the daily here are still decreasing over time. We do want to see that volume starting to increase. Now we're starting to move the price back up, and that's going to be key to ensuring that we have a good run. The relative strength index here is about 58, with plenty of room to grow to the upside as we get into this. So let's go ahead and just pull this down into our 4-hourly and confirm a few additional things. Here, I'll just expand this up a little bit, make it a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see exactly what's going on. And guys, we can see that the 50 moving average has been acting as a good area of support over here, since we have actually started to make a bit of a run past that and actually move the price of VET a little bit higher. We found that the 100 moving average wasn't previously an area of resistance, and we had that breakthrough event where actually we're now above that 100 moving average. On the flip side to that though, guys, the previous area of resistance, which was over here, which is that 618 area, that 20.4 cent, that is now being confirmed as a good area of support, and we are now continuously trying to push the price of VET a little bit higher. And as we said, that was the breakout event that we saw from that downward trend and that upward trend. During that recent run here on this 4-hourly chart, we saw the price, I should say the volume increase over time here in the last few hours, and since then actually started to decrease on the back test down to that 618 of the 20.4 cent area. So things are looking pretty interesting from the regard of this 4-hour chart, and the relative strength index is again the same as that of the daily at 58. So plenty of room to the upside. As long as that volume comes in, we should start to see the price of VET, potentially go up to the 702 area, just up there, okay, which will be fantastic to see. Now what I'm going to do is just pull this down into our hourly and confirm it a little bit more detail. So here we can see that breakout event, the slight pullback towards the 100 moving average, finding support there, and then obviously coming back above the 618 and confirming with those wicks down here that the 618 is a good area of support. Now looking at the volume, if I just go ahead and just delete this off the chart here, the volumes they started to increase, decrease as they had that run. So we had that initial pump to the upside and the volumes have started to decrease, even though we had this little area here where we started to increase the price back up again. And the volumes are actually okay. They're not the best, but they are okay. The decrease in volumes have not been sharp. That's allowed us to be relatively volatile and still move the price back up into the 618 area. But what we want to do now, guys, is actually grow the price of the VET coin here. And in order to do that, we need to grow that volume in the in trading, right? And ultimately, we're still quite low. We're 55 on that relative strength index with plenty of room to grow to the upside, but we do need to see that volume come in here if we want to do that. And obviously, the 702 is the area that we want to get to. Mainly, of course, by the end of the day, it would have been fantastic to push into the 786. I don't think that's going to happen on the short term, but it definitely is something that we could be looking forward to. Now, I'm just going to pull this back to that daily chart. And again, we can see the fight that's going on here. We are really pushing the price up higher, and we're trying to pierce into that 702. The 702 is 22 cents, and we want to get into that 702, and then we want to flip and turn that into a good area of support. And it's an area of support that has been found in the past just over here. So we're looking to basically get past that resistance, okay? So that support that was over here in the previous candles is now an area of resistance, and we're wanting to push through that and then flip it back into support, and then that should then catapult us back into that 786, getting past that major resistance level of 25.3. Once we pass 25.3, pretty much no resistance, Chris, and we should be on our way up to a new all-time high for VET. And VET has enjoyed many all-time highs this year, and it's going to continue, in my opinion. We actually started covering VeChain, Chris, when it was a little bit lower than a cent, and it was fantastic to get in so early. But the next price target for VeChain here actually comes in at a fantastic 40.2 cents, which is a 93% move from the current position. So things are definitely looking very, very interesting here for VeChain and the VET coin. Let alone, you know, V4 as well. V4 is also performing incredibly well. So everything's looking pretty good, Chris, for VeChain, and I think we're more than likely going to see us try to pierce through the 702 during the course of today. And if we're able to do that, then I think we'll be flipping and having a bit of a pullback once we pass the 702 to confirm that 22 cents is a good area of support. And once we find 22 cents as support, the next mission, guys, is to try to get above 25.3. So it's going to take a while. I imagine that we've probably got another week or so of this kind of sideways trading, of pushing up, pulling back, just confirming as we get past resistance and confirming that resistance to support as we go ahead and try to move ahead of that 25.3. And once we pass 25.3, I think we should be looking to set some new all-time highs with that first price target of over 40 cents, and that will be fantastic. Chris, anything else that you would like to add before we end this brief VeChain price update and get on with the next VeChain video?
Yeah, one thing that I would add is obviously, you know, we're expecting it to go sideways for a week or so. However, with that said, any sort of big news that comes out, and you know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know how I feel about VeChain and the potential listing on Coinbase. I don't think we're that far away for that. So if something like that happens, obviously we can expect that to be sped up quite a little bit.
Absolutely. Guys, if you found this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and want to stay up to date with those new cryptocurrencies, hidden gems, and all that VeChain news, then why not subscribe to the channel? By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free. You'll stay well informed, so why not? And with all that said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.